This is the introduction to Honest. What I call it?
The Making of Honest.
Oh yeah, The Making of Honest Part 2. That's good.
Yes, sir.
And right now, I am gonna leave my house to go to Mason's house in Chicago. And let me ask you something, Mason. Is there crime in Chicago, where you live in Chicago?
No, there's no crimes, unless having a girlfriend is illegal, in which case I think we're both guilty.
Yeah, because we have girlfriends.
Definitely, 100%.
And we wouldn't lie about that.
Exactly, yeah, they're real.
Hence the name Cute Guys That Have Girlfriends Group.
Exactly, yeah. See, like, if any of the fans have doubts, just tell them to, like, look at the group name. Then obviously, like, we do.
Yeah. Look at the group name, and then you'll see. It's set in stone. We have girlfriends group. 2 cute guys.
Exactly, 100%. Hundo.
All right, but yeah, I am on my way then, Mason. I bet. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, catch you later. We'll continue this.
All right, drive safe, bro. See you soon.
You too.
Bye.
All right, bye. Okay, so, all right, I'm on the road right now, and I'm calling my very bestie friend of all time, my number one for everything right now, and possibly forever. But my guest right now. The awesome, amazing me. I'm just kidding. Right here, we have Giselle on the phone right now with me. What do you have to say? Okay.
I'm a little...
What?
Wait. Hi, Block. Hi, Chat.
Yes, this is Giselle right now, and I just called her because I have an hour, 14 minutes or 16-minute drive to my buddy Mason's house to record.
Honest, every time you look at me, baby, promise.
Yeah, I just wanted her to say hi so she can be a part of the vlog show episode.
Hi, Chat.
No.
Chat loves me.
Hi, Chat. But we will continue after commercial break. Well, looks like we made it. I am here with my tripod here, and
What the fuck? Your tripod?
Yeah, and here I brought my water bottle too, and hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Mason Keys vlog episode inside the blog show.
Finally, thanks. Welcome back to the Mason
And that's all we have.
Without further ado, here are 6 disturbing videos that can be found on the deep web.
Alright, we're back again. Mason Live.
Mason Live.
Or is it Mason Makes Videos?
Mason Keys Makes Videos Vlogs Show channel.
Okay. Yeah.
So today, on today's weather forecast, it's gonna be not raining, and it's gonna be 100% chance of me and Ivan having girlfriends.
Oh, yeah. Because we have girlfriends. Group. I think last time we recorded, it was January 28th. Today it is 5:20 o'clock. And it's the 21st of June. So right now we are gonna try to finish the greatest song of all time, Honest. Right now we have a photo shoot right here. Well, it's cool like this. This is my point of view, POV. Guys, I grew a beard kind of.
Shit looks tough, dude. I swear. Yeah, it's like new era shit. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. All right, we'll be right back. What is up, guys? I'm trying something new actually. This is part of the blog show episode of Making of Honest, that we explain what our lyrics mean, because honestly I feel like we need to explain it and, you know, go into depth, because, you know, it's just nice to know. And you're getting a backstage pass to the action of Honest. Making of Honest Part 2. Making of Honest Part 2. So, did you want to go first, Mason?
Sure.
You're the first.
Yeah, so I'm just sending you the bear photo. Okay. Okay. It's recording?
Yeah.
Alright, it's recording. Okay, so Honest, right? Starts with every time you look at me, baby promise, the words that you're telling me, baby be honest, right? So I think basically that's like when you're talking to someone, like there's a lot of people that'll like tell you like bullshit, or they'll tell you stuff that it's like sweet nothings, or even just like they don't mean it, you know? And so I feel like sometimes, especially in like a relationship or like in love, you have to it's like bad, but sometimes you have to like really beg or like ask someone to be honest, right? Because you can't always count on that with people, because there's a lot of people who aren't honest. And I'll be a little bit quicker with the rest of the stuff. Tell the truth, don't lie to me.
We have all the time we have. We have all the time, bro. Well, the audience retention span is like, wait, let me show you.
They're all goldfish, bro.
Let me show you what happened.
We got like 7-second attention.
Wait, I'll cut this out because you guys are so impatient. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here because you guys need to see this.
For real.
Alright, so Making It Honest Part 1. It is a 15-minute and 3-second long video. The average view duration is 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But if you really care about this project, well, I applaud you, because, you know,
Same.
I feel like some of the stuff we do, you know, goes unnoticed, but, you know, I like to watch it back, honestly. I watched that video like 5 times, or sometimes when I'm driving home. You didn't hear that, cops. But I feel like it's great to look back at this
For sure. No,
years later.
It's good for the archives, I think.
Archives. But I'm gonna be like 30 years old and I'm gonna be watching this and I'm gonna be like, wow, I had such great hair and I have longer hair now and a beard now. And I also still have my girlfriend, because we have girlfriends, right?
And we've always had, ever since we made this group. I think it was like really important that we let everyone know that we had girlfriends, because like everyone knows that we're cute guys, but not everyone knew that we had girlfriends. So I think it just made sense, right? Like that the creative process was realizing that the world needs to know 2 very important things about us: that we're cute guys and that we both have girlfriends. And those things are true, you know?
Yeah. And of course, the name drop is still pending for 1,000 subscribers.
If we get 1,000 subscribers by, what's today? June 21st, this will probably be edited by like next year. Okay, so if we get 1,000 subscribers by 2026, by the start of 2026, we'll drop the names of our girlfriends.
Yeah, because they're real.
In case that you didn't know that.
Yeah.
In case you were like doubting for even like one tiny second that they were not real, we'll prove it by telling you their names.
And we'll even probably hold hands with them. No. We're saving that till marriage, right?
Yeah, it's saving.
Okay, holding hands till marriage.
Dude, you jumped the gun a little bit there, dude.
Even communicating to marriage. Wait. No. We talk to our girlfriends all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like I have no notifications. Do you have any notifications?
Oh, my phone's dead.
Dude, I literally.
I think her phone's dead too. That's why she didn't text me.
Oh, I didn't get any notifications. They're never gonna believe this. Anyway,
But go on.
Anyway, okay, so back to the lyrics, right? So we talked about every time you look at me, baby, promise the words that you're telling me, baby, be honest, right? We, in life, in love, we deal with a lot of people like telling you bullshit or things that they don't mean, right? So I think that those lines are about like someone I love telling them to please be honest with me because I'm so used to people not being honest, for people to just like say what you want to hear, you know? And that's obviously not good. The next line is being, tell the truth, don't lie to me, because baby, you're flawless. My phone on do not disturb, baby, can you call it? It kind of builds on that, like, tell the truth, you know? Don't lie to me, because you're flawless, right? Like a flawless person wouldn't lie, like they'd be upfront even if the truth hurts.
So in that one, are you like imagining this relationship, like she's perfect, you know, you would never lie, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I think so. I think like she's flawless, she's perfect, so she wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah.
But there's some doubt there. Like there's some like feelings of like maybe she's not flawless, maybe she's not perfect, because I feel like insecure based on something she's done. Like there's being insecure, but there's also like being insecure based on something that like happened, right? And I feel like this is like.
And you're hoping for the best, that she's like flawless, you know, you're believing like she's flawless, baby, just be honest.
100%.
And
100%.
that's what I got from it when I, of course, like, I don't have it all done, but, you know, the draft version, you know, every time I sing it, I'm just like, wow, this really, like, hits home, you know? I just hope she's flawless and everything I believe she is, you know, the thought of her. But, yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's a good point. My phone on do not disturb, baby, can you call it? I think that kind of like talks about like my phone's off or on do not disturb, like I'm not really like expecting any phone calls or like messages, but you can have like close people still sending notifications and stuff, so she would be one of the only people that can like call me, you know, and it would actually ring, you know. And then can you call it, baby, can you call it, which is just like I'm waiting, like you're one of the only people that can actually call me. Everyone else's calls would go straight to like voicemail or like notification that I wouldn't hear until later, you know. So I'm just waiting. Baby, I cannot believe the way you got me falling. Our love is like a movie, baby, can we pause it? Like there's this fear of like falling in love, of like feeling this type of way towards someone. I think that's like.
And it's so good that you don't believe it's true. Is that something that's right?
I think so.
It's so good that you feel like it's not true, so you just want to stop it for now, right? Is that?
Yeah. It's like a movie, right? Can we pause it, right? Like it's almost like too good to be true, so I need to take a step back and be like, wait a minute, what's going on? You know? I got so many worries, think that we should stop this. At first, when you looked at me, I was kind of shocked that to hear you were feeling me, didn't think you were honest. Again, like, can we pause it? We should stop this. Like I'm kind of worrying or like tripping that like maybe it's too good to be true and I'm about to get like hurt, you know? And then to hear that like she was feeling me, like I didn't think that was honest, like I didn't believe her. Because I do sometimes deal with like doubts like, or like not believing that like someone I think is really beautiful would actually like me for like my like personality and like stuff like that, you know.
While you're there at that point,
I'm gonna grab some water. I'm listening.
let me go ahead and tell you my experience right here. You know, Mason's, you know, of course, he does have some doubts here and there of, you know, do they like him for, you know, him?
Like, is my girlfriend even real, you know?
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like, is my girlfriend real? But she is.
At the end of the day, I know they're real, you know?
Yeah, and we'll be revealing that in 1,000 subscribers once our, you know, our audience doesn't have the retention span of fucking goldfish. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you a short story, just a trail. A lot of girls that I know, they usually are like, Mason is so amazing, you know? He does it all. He makes music, he takes cool pictures, and he even edits videos. Your music videos. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? That's me. That's me. You fell in love with me, damn it.
That's this guy. And that's not cool either. Like,
No,
that's not cool.
This is fun happening to me.
I think that's
a dick move.
yeah. It's not cool, especially because
Am I not tall enough? Is that it? But Mason, honestly, a lot of people talk very positive of him, and I have nothing negative to say about him. So I think, you know, those doubts do happen. You know, you are your biggest critic. Anyone, honestly, is their biggest critic. I don't even think I'm good enough sometimes too.
that's facts. No, for sure.
You
Like
know what I
you
mean?
can. It's not about like how like awesome. Like if you look at someone and you're like, oh, they're super cool. That's fine, but it's about how that person feels about themselves. You know, it's about that confidence and their like ability to talk about themselves and what they know how to do and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, like it's hard to feel other people's, you know, compliments and, you know, feel like that's real. Sometimes, you know you got it. You know you got it in you to do all this cool stuff, but, you know, sometimes doubt happens. It happens to everybody, honestly. The best of us. But that's just a story I would like to share, because Mason is very praised for the stuff I do. But he does his own stuff too, you know.
Yeah, I do my own stuff, but yeah, like.
Yeah, I've like, when we had this whole break, you know, not with our girlfriends, of course. We're always.
That's been, you know, consistent and stable and like real.
Yeah, but you know, when he made his own music and I was just listening to it, I'm like, oh shit, it's serious. It's a serious side I didn't really see in other songs, and it was good. Honestly, those songs are pretty good.
Thanks.
There was this freaking, I think a Zelda one. It was pretty good.
That one's fun. I really like the instrumental for that.
If you want to
It's
check
called Eternal.
SoundCloud, what's your
SoundCloud MVSVN, I think.
let's plug Mason here while we still have your attention. Hopefully you're still there, guys. This has been maybe like 20 minutes, I don't know.
If you made it to this exact part of the video, comment Goldfish Gang.
Yeah, no. Goldfish suck, because the guys or the people that made it this far, they aren't goldfish. You're locked in. You're the locked in gang. Yeah.
Comment Locked In Gang.
Comment locked in gang, or comment I'm hella locked in right now watching this shit. You know what I mean?
Or no, if you made it to this part of the video, say watching you guys talk has me hella bricked up.
Yeah.
Because like our fans are like Lego enthusiasts.
Yeah, Lego. I like it. Lego.
I don't know my fucking link, but like you can't even see.
Just send me a picture of it and I'll just put it right there. Boom.
Oh well, okay.
But okay, go on with your.
I'll finish this real quick. Our first kiss beneath the trees, I knew my heart was on it. Please trust me, I promise that it was honest, right? So I'm almost like, my doubt is like I'm feeling doubtful, so I'm wondering if she's feeling doubtful about me, you know, just because I'm feeling insecure, right? So I'm like, oh, please trust me, I promise it was honest, you know? But like I got my heart like invested in this relationship, in this like beautiful like poetic moment of the kiss beneath the trees, you know? And I knew my heart was on it. Like I was like invested, I was in it.
I love that part. That's a great one.
I knew my heart was on it.
Please trust me, I promise that it was honest. Right there. That's where it ended. But that right there, it's great, man. Because you know you're invested in it, and you know you're honest about it. but it's kind of like still doubts in the mind. And then where I come in, and my first line is, I can tell by the eyes you filled with lies. Honestly, that, what I felt right there was like, man, you're telling me all this sweet stuff, but man, I can tell by your eyes, you're filled with lies, you know, you don't mean that shit. Of course, I've had multiple experiences where it's like, I was talked to very nice, I had a girl, you know, I'll stick through it, through thick and thin, but it never really was, you know, the truth. The truth is, when there was pressure, it's gone, it's done. And you can tell by the eyes you fill with lies. I just want to be beside you, because everything I feel with you feels true. Everything I feel is like, man, I want this to be true. It feels true to me. I just hope it is. For once, you know. I just want to be beside you, because everything I feel with you feels true. I just want to believe in you and I. I just want to believe in you and I. I said that twice because I just want it to be you and I. Through it all, you know. I don't care what happens. I'ma be there for you, you know. I don't care. Arguments, you know, tough times, anything, you know. Let's do the argument, get it solved. You and I are in this together for life. You broke us apart, yeah, you wasted both our time, and I can go on act like everything is fine, everything is fine. So, again, this goes back to what happens to me usually. Usually what happens is, you know, the girl isn't like, you know, something happens and she feels like she can't handle it, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, I've had multiple experiences where it's like, you know, I'm taking care of two people, myself and her, mentally.
Okay.
And if I express any emotion, if I break down, they leave, you know? If I say I love you, it's over. And
Just a question. I'm sorry to interrupt. But like, do you feel like you say like I love you too soon?
no,
You mean it when you say it. Like you're not saying it as like a, I don't know, like you wait enough time.
yeah. I mean,
until you get there, and then you feel like when you do say that something changes.
yeah, literally, you know, I wait, you know.
Do you think so? Like what you're saying about, like even in your lyrics about like I just want to believe in you and I, almost like you're convincing yourself, or like you want it to work, but it sounds like in these cases, like just because you want it to work doesn't mean it will, right? Because
Yeah.
and I don't think that that's necessarily you. I think that's like the people you're with, like the conversations that we've had like about it. These people aren't like, even if they were just friends or like just people you like ran into on the streets, like they don't appreciate your like your magic, your superpowers,
Yeah.
you know, and like talents and skills that you have. So like even in a relationship, like they don't, I don't know, they don't feel that magic. So when you say I love you, I feel like,
Yeah, and trust me, I don't do it in the first like month or two, you know. I do it when, you know, we both like, you know, we're dating for a while. The last time I did it was like in it like 5 months or 6 months. I think that was appropriate time, right? But yeah, when I did that, you know, it was over. I was like, well, fuck, oh shit, my bad for, you know, expressing something, you know. Or the other time when, you know, I expressed my emotions and I got dumped the same day.
how did you express those emotions?
So here's what
Because
happened.
you said you like broke down, which is like that's fine. Was it that time that you like broke down to
Yeah.
who you were seeing?
I broke down, and let me fill in the audience too. Bricked in gang, the locked in gang, baby. So my brother was in jail. Mason was far in Chicago, and I really had nobody, honestly, except her. And I was very sad. I was like, man, I feel like I have nobody. You know, she was asleep all day because she had to work nights. And I was like, man, I feel so alone, man. I have nobody. I was expressing everything, you know, that was going on in my life. And I felt so sad and heartbroken because I'm like, man, I'm lucky to have you, right? And next thing you know, she's like, you know what? We should probably end it because, you know, I want to be better for you. Next thing you know, she's with her ex. And that really broke me. That really made me a different person after that. It's like where I don't want to express anything. I don't want to talk to anybody about anything that's going on in my life because
that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And,
you're on a good thought here.
It hurts because I'm gonna always have to pretend. I'm always gonna have to have a mask on. I'm always gonna freaking laugh it out just so nobody can see what's going on in my life. And it sucks because I'm the funny guy. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be the joke.
The jokester.
Yeah, the jokester. You know, it just hurts because, you know.
But you don't want to do that all the time, right? Like, and I feel like since I've known you, and we've known each other for
since
14?
2012 or 11.
I would say 2010, but yeah, like 2011. We'll say 2011. So that's 14 years. So 14 years, and like we started being like really close friends like 12 years ago. Damn, dude, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. That's
You said 2010. 2010, I was in Hilltop Elementary School.
No, well,
oh wait, you were there too.
2010,
Right?
we were at Ellis. No, I'm kidding. I went on a camping trip. No, because we started Ellis like the fall of 2010, and I saw your puffy yellow coat.
Oh yeah. I remember
Plug
that.
the pig, bro. Plug the pig.
There's no pick there. There's no pick anymore.
Oh, wait, what was I gonna say? Fuck.
We've known each other for a long time, and
We've known each other for a long time, and like, you are funny. Like that's one of your big like superpowers. Like you're. A lot of your charm sometimes is like just being really like silly and goofy and like brightening the mood in a room, right? But I feel like that's a different skill, you know? Like you can be funny and goofy, and that's more like when there's like a group of people, you know? But there's different skills you use, or like I use when I'm like one-on-one with someone. Like I feel like we have deep talks and stuff. Like we can still like joke and like be silly and stuff like that. But like even in like high school when we would like fuck around and just like be like mad goofy, you know?
Yeah.
Mad goofy. I feel like we weren't also then like sitting down and like talking about like, okay, how do you feel? You know, like
No.
it's like a different skill, you know? And I feel like
That
it's
was-
important to work on the skill of like talking about your feelings, and that like makes me sad to hear that you feel like, yeah, you can be the funny guy, but like I think the right people, everyone's gonna enjoy the funny guy, but the right people are gonna enjoy the like funny guy who like has feelings too.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if this girl she dumped you because you opened up to her, I don't think the lesson is like, oh shit, well I can't talk about my feelings, I'm never gonna do that again. Of course you're gonna want to feel that way. I've wanted to feel that way. I've wanted to be like, you know what, fuck that, like I'm never opening up ever again because that sucks. But then like, I don't know, then that like will make you unhappy in the end, and like that keeps you from like trusting people ever again. So it hurts, but you give it enough time and then it's like, okay, fuck it, I'll try it again even if it hurts again.
yeah.
You know, at least that's what I tell myself, you know, because I don't think that's, I don't know, you could miss out on meeting someone really great if you just don't let yourself open up and like be that emotional self, because you already know everyone like fucks with the like funny self already.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been hard to go back and talk about, you know, what's actually going on. But slowly, you know, but surely, I guess, right?
Slowly but surely. A wise man once said.
Yeah, wise man named Andy Picasso. Where you at, Andy? Where you at? Anyways, yeah, dude, that's what happened to me, and that's, you know, they came up with that lyric. It's like, shit, man, all this stuff that happened to me before, you know, at least I can kind of like put it out there, and, you know, somebody else is also feeling the same, and they're like, shit, man, this happened to me, you know. I mean, I have these experiences, and they make me very relatable to like a lot of situations that are going on, whether people want to talk about it, and I'm like, oh shit, I know how you feel, and, you know, I can probably help you. And, you know, I guess I just had those battles because, you know, I was strong enough to like overcome it, you know. I'm slowly, you know, trying to talk about how I feel. It is hard because, you know, I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy. But, you know, I hope to probably go back to making podcasts again so I can actually talk again. And, you know, Danny Gary, I know you're gonna watch. Danny Gary, you know, he dude, he told me he used to watch my podcast religiously, man. They were so good, and when am I coming back? And I hope to make a comeback with my comeback episode being Tyree Best. That's he did mention, you know, Ivan, you know, I wasn't ever invited to your podcast. I'm like, bro, I didn't know you wanted to talk or you know, podcast, bro. I would have had you.
That's sick. That's a pretty goated appearance.
He has a beautiful mentality, man. But let me go on with my lyrics that I don't have in this book because I have it somewhere in my head. Okay, so where did I leave off? You broke us apart, yeah, you wasted both our time, and I can go on act like everything is fine, everything is fine. Yeah, you broke us apart, and I'm not going to go back and pretend everything is fine just so we can be friends and ignore the horrible stuff you just did to me mentally and, like, you know, my heart, you know?
Yeah, like if they mess with your feelings, they hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, not... you don't want to be like, oh, fuck them, but, like, they don't deserve the privilege of being around you anymore.
Yeah.
Like they took advantage of that. They, like, abused your trust. So you have to move on.
Yeah.
And if they want to, like, keep being friends with you, that's not fair to you, you know?
Exactly. Here's what happened. You broke us apart, and you want me to pretend like everything's okay? It's not gonna be okay, you know? I'm not gonna pretend everything's gonna be okay. Oh, you know, I ruined your whole perspective on love. Can we be friends? What the fuck is that? What kind of bullshit is that, man? That has happened to me a lot. And she's like, oh, I can't wait to invite you to my wedding. And I'm like,
yeah, that's...
oh, wow, that hurts. That hurts. You want to, like, murder me. Just stick the knife in my heart and freaking twist it and keep stabbing me like 30 more times, right? Okay, so after that, even through the lies, I wish that you were mine. Even through the lies, I wish that you were mine. You know, as messed up as it may have ended, I wanted it to still be her. Any other girl comes around, I don't care if they're like the perfect girl. I wanted it to be you. Even through the lies, I wish that you were mine. I think that was it, right? Even through the lies, I wish that you were mine.
Yeah, then it goes back to the chorus.
And then honest, and then my other lyrics, the ones I've had for like years. Stop thinking long term with temporary bitches. I gave her my all, and her palm still itches. So, yeah, stop thinking long term with temporary, you know? If you know somebody's gonna be temporary, their actions speak differently from what they speak, you know? They can say all this stuff, you know, but their actions are really not showing, you know, it's gonna be forever. There's multiple stuff that I can go into, but, you know, that's basically what it's about, you know? Stop thinking long term with temporary.
But that's hard because once you get like involved with someone who you like kind of know they're temporary, but I guess you're like, I don't know if this is true for you, but like for me sometimes like I can kind of feel that it's temporary, you know? And I find that like I try to avoid that, even though that makes me like more alone more of the time, because I get invested and like I start to care, even if it's just like hoping that it would be something like more long term, and then I get hurt, right? And then it's like, oh shit, like now I feel bad, and like I could have avoided this, like I didn't even need the like feel good parts of it, because now it just hurts, and like I don't want to like feel anger towards this person and you know.
And it's hard because, you know, once you have a grasp of love or some type of like affection, you know, you want to keep it. You want to keep it. That happens to all of us, man. It's hard to like be like, oh, you know, I know it's temporary, but man, I love this feeling. I love, you know, what we're doing, you know. I want to love this forever.
Or as long as possible, you know?
Yeah. And after that, you know, I gave her my all, and her palm still itches. Palm still itches means like she wants more. Even though you're giving it all, keep wanting more. It's just like, man, of course that doesn't go for all, you know, women. I gotta make that clear because, you know, not all people are like that, of course. You know, there's bad guys, there's bad women. It goes both ways, but it doesn't go for everybody. I tested my luck for a silly search of love. When I look around, it looks like I'm fucked. Basically what it is, you know. I'm testing my luck, you know. I want to find love. I want that real love. But when I look around, you know, I'm fucked. I'm not really seeing a lot of potential for like anything, you know. It's just what I feel like is online, you know. It gives you this illusion that there's multiple people that want you, but let's be honest, a lot of people don't want real love. A lot of people don't want you for a relationship. That's the truth. You're gonna be like, okay, I have all these options. Whether you're a girl or a guy, I don't care. You feel like you have all these options. But in reality, there's only like a few of them that are actually good for you, you know? There's actually a few of them that want that real love. And that's what it is.
Yeah. I think that's the hard part sometimes about like thinking we have a ton of time. Because with time it's like, oh, like I'm young, like I have so many options, and like, oh, I could meet someone tomorrow and they'd be like the perfect person, you know? But that's not a super great way to think about it, I don't think, because it takes a lot of time to get to know someone, to like figure out if they're like good and compatible with you and for you. And the healing, if it doesn't work out, is like the hardest part, you know, and that's why I think like it's risky, because you're basically like, I always like think of it like taking my heart out and like handing it to someone, you know. Is that like, okay, like I'm gonna care about you and like work through the struggles as much as I can until it just like it's too painful or like it's not being reciprocated or whatever. I think it's tough, yeah, because we see so many people in a day. But if you really, like, if we could think about it, or like we had like the answer from God or whatever, or like, I don't know, someone told us, we'd be like, oh, there's like 3 people that are like possibilities,
yeah,
you know, or
genuine connections, you know.
Yeah, because we see so many people, we meet a ton of people, but like that genuine connection is like much more rare, I think.
like honestly, we were lucky to find each other. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
because this is honestly a huge, genuine friendship that we just like grew together, and you know we match vibes and creativity so well that like you know even back to like the first video of my YouTube that's privated now. You know,
Wait, which
it-
one?
pilot. I'll show you later. I'll show you. I'm not gonna unprivate it for you guys. maybe I don't know. One day. It's a dumb video. I used to wear hats every video. Cause
Oh yeah,
the Packers hat.
hat,
Yeah, I wanted that to be my thing. Oh, it's the guy with the Packers hat. Dumb.
You should have the fidget spinner video.
Oh
Every video.
man, I think that's still there. That's still there.
That's so funny, dude.
But let me finish.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the song, I go saying, "Cheaters want loyalty and liars want honesty. If you ain't trying to keep it real, don't fuck with me." Or should I say us? Probably. We'll finish that later. But basically, cheaters want loyalty and liars want honesty. It's something I see a lot where, you know, oh, you know, this guy may be lying to me, this girl might be lying to me, but they fail to look at themselves and really evaluate the situation, and they fail to see like, yo, you yourself are cheating, you know? You yourself are talking to other people. You yourself are complimenting and being like, man, I would tap that. Damn, she looks hot. Or like talking to someone on the low, man. Like I've seen it so many times. It's like cheaters want loyalty and liars want honesty. I've seen a lot of liars that want honesty so bad that they fail to do it themselves, and it's of course it's disgusting behavior. I hate it. I frown upon it, and I came up with those lyrics like years ago, and it still applies to that today in this generation. It's just fucked.
Yeah, well, like when you say that line, like I've heard you say that line a couple times, right? I feel like when people are talking about cheaters wanting loyalty, it's because they know they're not loyal, but they need someone loyal so that like they're in control and like they can like be bogus, you know?
Yeah.
And then like liars want honesty because like two liars will like hurt each other, you know? But if a liar is with someone who's honest, again, they're like in control and they can
Yeah,
like hurt
and
that
it's
person,
easier
you know?
to use. It's easier to use them. It's easier to take them for everything they have.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's bogus. That's bogus to have someone in that position, like, especially like complaining about that, you know, being like, oh, like, why aren't they loyal? Why aren't they honest? And then like they're the ones that are. You know,
I've
like,
seen it
that's-
so many times. I've seen it so many
That's
times.
just bogus.
Yeah. And it's insane, man. What's happening, man? But I know there are genuine people. Of course, you know. I see it in people I hang out with. I see it in my youth group. Like, I don't really want to hang out with people that are, you know, like that, you know, cheaters or liars towards their significant other when their significant other is trying, you know, trying their best. It hurts, you know. I pray for the significant other sometimes, you know, because I'm like, man, they don't deserve this. I don't know them, but they don't deserve this. Nobody deserves it. Not even my friends. Nobody. But
It's betrayal, you know?
betrayal. It's
And like
betrayal.
when like being betrayed is a really shitty fucking feeling, you know?
That shit will fucking mess you up for years. Years.
It's just not, it's not cool to like do that to people, you know? Or like be okay with it, or like justify it with like, oh, well, I don't know. Like it's just like, it's not cool when people do that, you know? So yeah, I definitely don't.
Condone it, or
yeah, condone that.
But that wraps it up. That's very long video, but you know, I hope you enjoyed it or enjoyed it as much as we like talking about it, because it was nice to talk about the lyrics, and you know, I'm gonna watch it over and over again, and our girlfriends are too, because they watch all our videos. Wait, should this be the thumbnail? Alright, that's pretty good. But that wraps it up for now. We're gonna record this and hopefully it'll be good. It'll be good. I can't wait for it.
Yes, sir.
We will see you in the making of Honest Part 3, unless we just freaking release a song already before or after this video. I don't know what's gonna happen. But thank you for watching. Keep tuning in. I don't know if we're gonna record after this, but I really appreciate everybody that watched this video, because this is part of us, you know. We're willing to share. Do you have any closing remarks?
If you see this part of the video, leave a comment that says, I don't know. Andy, give Ivan his $80.
Oh man! No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Andy, if you're watching this for some rare chance that you still like us, please, I'm waiting for the $80.
It's just $80.
Yeah, it's just $80 bucks. I remember I told him, like, yo, so you're gonna pay me back? You're like, what was it, $20? Bro, what you fucking...
It's like, bro, it's just $80.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I hope you're doing good.
It's all love, all love. Hell yeah, Andy Picasso, shout out. That dude's cool.
M-I, you're the A in M-I-A. Alright, well, that's it for now.
Alright.
Alrighty, that was good.
Sweet.
Dude, I love this behind the scenes things. Oh, it's still on. Well,
One more time?
It's still on for some reason. I better pause it, you know? I love this behind the scenes stuff, man. It's pretty cool. To document it. Alright, let me turn it off.